Welcome to the deep dive. So, you're here probably thinking about maybe setting up shop in Thailand, perhaps even investing in some property.
Sounds about right. And today, yeah, we're really going to zero in on the Thailand Elite visa.
Exactly. And how it fits into that whole picture of buying property over there.
It's definitely a topic with, well, a lot of different angles. Our aim today is to kind of cut to the noise for you.
Yeah, help you figure out if this elite visa thing makes sense for your property plans. Forget getting bogged down wading through tons of websites.
We've done the legwork, and the info we're digging into today, it's solid.
It really is. It comes from a blog post by Ocean Worldwide. They're a luxury real estate agency based right in Phuket.
And just to be clear on pronunciation there, it's Phuket, P-O-O-Ket.
Right. Definitely not Phuket or anything else you might hear. Phuket. And Ocean Worldwide, they've been there since 2004.
Long time. Their director, Sandra O'Neill, and her team, they've helped, what, thousands of people?
Yeah, literally thousands, families, investors finding property in Phuket and also Koh Samui. They really know their stuff, especially the high-end residential market.
That local expertise, especially in Phuket and Koh Samui luxury spots, makes their perspective super valuable if you're looking at property there.
Totally. So we'll unpack if the elite visa is, a smart move for property buyers. We'll look at the perks, other residency angles linked to property.
Legal stuff, which is crucial.
Oh, yeah. The financials, lifestyle benefits, potential headaches.
And how it stacks up against other visa options, too.
Okay, let's kick off with the basics then. The Thailand Elite visa, what is it really, in simple terms?
Okay, think of it like a premium membership club run by the government. It's designed to attract people, maybe like you listening, who have substantial funds, investors, retirees.
People looking for a longer stay.
Exactly. It offers long-term visas. We're talking 5, 10, even up to 20 years, depending on which package you go for.
Yeah.
It basically streamlines that whole long-term residency thing.
Right. So say you're dreaming of that villa in Phuket, maybe overlooking the sea. How does having this elite visa actually help you as a buyer?
Well, first off, it just makes living there long-term much simpler. No more constant visa runs or renewals.
That alone sounds like a big weight off your shoulders.
It really is,
Yes.
especially when you're making a big investment like property. It gives you stability. Plus, you get that VIP treatment sometimes.
Like at the airport.
Yeah, imagine skipping the long immigration queues after a flight to Phuket. That's part of the deal for many members. Expedited processing, lounge access,
Nice.
and beyond that, you get access to a support network. This can be gold when you're navigating the property market,
Yeah.
especially somewhere like Phuket where local know-how is key. They can help with banks, licenses, that sort of thing.
Sounds like it removes a lot of the friction, especially dealing with unfamiliar systems. What are the general requirements? Who can get this?
Okay, generally you need a clean criminal record. No bankruptcy issues.
Standard stuff.
Pretty standard, yeah. Then there are financial requirements, but these really vary depending on which membership level you choose. The 5-year, 10-year, 20-year ones all have different fees and maybe different criteria.
And age restrictions sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah, depending on the package. Honestly, the best bet is always to check the official Thailand Elite website or talk to an approved agent. They'll have the absolute latest details.
Got it. Okay, now let's talk about the property itself. If you buy, say, a condo in Phuket, does that automatically get you a long stay visa? Is there a direct link like that?
No, not automatically. Buying property doesn't just hand you a long-term visa on a plate.
But it helps?
It can help, significantly, actually. Owning property, especially in desirable places like Phuket or Koh Samui, shows a real commitment to Thailand. It can definitely strengthen your application for certain other long-term visas.
Okay, like which ones? How does owning property play into those applications?
We'll take the long-term resident visa, the LTR. Owning a place shows you've put down roots, you have a solid base. That looks good. Or if you're applying for a business or investor visa, property ownership can signal you're serious about investing in the country, not just passing through.
Right, it adds weight to your application.
Exactly. Even for retirement visas, like the Category O non-immigrant visa. Having your own place demonstrates financial stability and a genuine plan to settle down. It ticks a lot of boxes for immigration officials.
So property isn't the key itself, but it can definitely help unlock the door for other visas.
Precisely. Shows commitment, stability, gives you a permanent address. It can even potentially speed things up sometimes. But, and this is important,
Always check the latest rules.
always check with Thai immigration or a reputable visa agent. things can change.
Okay, good advice. Now let's get into the legal side of actually owning property as a foreigner. This seems like a big one, especially in Thailand. That villa in Phuket, how do you legally own it?
It is a big one. And the basic rule, the starting point, is that foreigners generally can't own land outright in Thailand. There are very few exceptions.
Okay, so no buying a plot of land directly in most cases. What are the workarounds? How do foreigners actually buy?
Right. There are a few well-established legal routes. The most common for foreigners is buying a condominium unit.
A condo.
Yeah. You can usually own the unit itself outright, freehold. But there's a rule. Foreign ownership in any single condo building can't exceed 49% of the total unit space.
Ah, the 49% rule. Okay. What else?
Leasehold is very common. You lease the land for a long term, typically 30 years, often with options to renew. You own the building on the land, but not the land itself.
So you have rights for a long time, but ultimately the land isn't yours.
Correct. And the third main way, though it's more complex, is setting up a Thai limited company.
How does that work?
Well, the company needs to be majority Thai-owned, at least 51% Thai shareholders. That company can then buy the land. The foreign investor holds shares in the company, usually up to 49%.
That sounds like it needs careful legal setup.
Absolutely. This route requires really good legal advice to make sure it's structured correctly and compliant with Thai law. It's not something to DIY.
Which brings us to the next point, getting professional help. How crucial is that?
Utterly crucial. My number one piece of advice: get a qualified solicitor who specializes in Thai property law, ideally one based in the area you're buying, like Phuket or Koh Samui.
Don't try and wing it.
Please don't. Thai property law has its quirks. A specialist lawyer protects your investment and ensures you're following all the rules. Agencies like Ocean Worldwide, being on the ground in Phuket for so long, they can often point you towards trusted local lawyers.
Good to know. Are there common mistakes people make, pitfalls to watch out for when buying?
Oh, definitely. Trying to save money by skipping proper legal advice is a big one. It can cost you way more down the line.
False economy.
Totally. Another is not doing due diligence on developers or agents. Stick with reputable firms like Ocean Worldwide and Phuket, people with a proven track record.
Makes sense. What else?
Get everything in writing. Everything. Don't rely on verbal agreements. Read contracts, carefully understand what you're signing, and keep an eye on potential law changes. Oh, and one specific thing. Be careful about daily rentals for your condo. That can potentially fall foul of immigration laws sometimes.
Right, okay. Important points. Let's shift to the money side. The Thailand Elite visa itself, what are the costs involved?
Well, it's a membership fee structure. It's not cheap. It's an investment in itself. For example, the gold membership, which gives you 5 years validity, that starts around 900,000 Thai baht.
Okay, so roughly 25,000 USD, give or take, depending on the exchange rate.
Something like that, yeah. And there are other tiers, longer durations, more benefits that cost more. Platinum, diamond. The prices go up. And they can change. So always check the official source for current pricing.
So you pay the fee for the visa. Does the Elite visa require you to buy property? Is there a minimum investment tied to the visa itself?
No, there isn't. The visa doesn't directly mandate property investment.
But it makes sense for many holders.
Exactly. If you're getting a 10 or 20-year visa, chances are you want a stable base. Owning property, maybe in Phuket or wherever you choose, becomes a very attractive option. Gives you that home base and potentially rental income too, if you're not there year-round. So they often go hand in hand, even if it's not a formal requirement.
Got it. And taxes. That's always a fun topic. What should foreign investors or Elite visa holders know about taxes in Thailand?
Yeah, definitely not something to ignore. You need to understand your obligations. If you earn income in Thailand, that's likely subject to Thai income tax.
Okay.
And then there are property-related taxes like the land and house tax. The specifics can get complicated.
So professional advice is key here too.
Highly recommended. Talk to a tax advisor who specializes in Thai tax law for foreigners. They can clarify exactly what you need to pay based on your situation, your visa, your property, any income. It's worth getting it right.
Absolutely. Okay, moving beyond the legal and financial nuts and bolts, what about the lifestyle side? What perks come with this Elite visa? It sounds like more than just residency.
Oh, for sure. It's designed to make life smoother, more comfortable. A big part is the exclusive services. We mentioned the airport VIP treatment.
The fast-track immigration lounges.
Right, but also things like dedicated assistance for dealing with government agencies. Need to open a bank account, get a driver's license. There's often a support service included to help with that bureaucracy.
That could save a lot of headaches.
Definitely. It just smooths out those day-to-day administrative tasks, letting you, settle into your new place in Phuket or wherever and actually enjoy it.
And travel. Does it make popping in and out of Thailand easier?
Yes, significantly. Elite members usually get multiple re-entry permits easily, so you can leave and come back without hassle. That's a big plus for people who travel often for work or holidays.
Any other travel benefits?
Some membership levels might include discounts or perks with airlines or hotels, things like that. It varies by package.
And is there a social side to it? Do members connect?
Yes, there's often a networking element. Thailand Elite sometimes organizes events where members can meet each other expats, business people, maybe some locals. It's a way to build a community.
Okay, so it offers convenience, support, and community. But let's be realistic. Buying property anywhere new has challenges. What are some hurdles people might face in Thailand, even with an elite visa?
Well, first, just navigating the real estate market itself. Local customs, how negotiations work,
Yeah.
it can be different.
So do your homework.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Talk to people, maybe other expats who've bought in Phuket or wherever you're looking. And again, a good local agent like Ocean Worldwide is invaluable here. Their team knows the Phuket and Koh Samui markets inside out.
And we talked about the legal side being complex.
Right. Understanding those regulations, foreign ownership limits, the Condominium Act, lease agreements, that remains a challenge if you don't get good advice.
Yeah.
You really need to understand what you're signing up for.
What about dealing with developers? Any specific challenges there?
Choosing the right developer is key, especially if you're buying off plan. Research the reputation, look at projects they've actually finished, check reviews,
Due diligence again.
always. And read that contract very, very carefully before committing. Having the stability of an elite visa can be helpful here too. Gives you time to do this properly without visa worries hanging over you.
Makes sense. Okay, the elite visa is one option for a long stay. How does it compare to others? You mentioned the smart visa earlier.
Right, the smart visa. That's really targeted at specific industries, tech, innovation. It's for skilled workers, executives, investors in those designated sectors.
So stricter eligibility.
Generally, yes. And it's more focused on your professional role or specific investment type, rather than just offering residency through a membership fee.
And the LTR visa, the long-term resident one, how does that compare to elite?
The LTR visa is interesting. It offers a potentially longer stay, 10 years, renewable, and it targets a few groups: wealthy individuals, affluent retirees, remote workers, digital nomads, and highly skilled professionals.
Sounds good, but what's the catch?
The eligibility bar is generally higher than for elite. You often need proof of significant income or substantial investment or specific skills endorsed by Thai agencies. It can be more complex to qualify for than just paying the elite membership fee.
So elite might be more accessible for some people?
It can be, yes. If you meet the financial requirement for the membership fee and the basic checks, it's often a more straightforward path to long-term residency for a wider range of people, especially those who maybe don't fit neatly into the LTR or SMART categories, but still want to live long-term in, say, Phuket.
Can you quickly sum up the pros and cons, like in a nutshell?
Okay, quick summary. Elite Visa Pro, relatively simple process, VIP, perks, different levels. Con, significant upfront cost, doesn't lead directly to permanent residency.
Right. Smart visa.
Smart Visa Pro, long stay for specific skills investments. Con, strict eligibility, industry-focused, needs endorsements.
And
LTR Visa Pro, potentially 10-year renewable stay, caters to various high-value groups. Con, high eligibility thresholds, income investment skills, more complex application.
So no single best option. It really depends on you.
Exactly. Your finances, your job, your long-term plans, they all factor into which one fits.
Okay, let's assume someone's decided the elite visa is the right fit and they're ready to buy property. Walk us through the typical steps.
Sure. Step one is research. Figure out property types, locations you like, maybe focusing on Phuket or Koh Samui, those luxury spots Ocean Worldwide knows well.
Then money.
Yep, nail down your budget, get your financing sorted. Then find a good agent again. Local expertise like Ocean Worldwide in Phuket is key here.
And they help find properties.
Right, they'll help you find places, then you make an offer. If it's accepted, you usually pay a deposit.
Then the legal checks.
Exactly. Due diligence time, checking the title, making sure everything's clear. Your lawyer handles this. Once that's done, you sign the main purchase agreement and pay the rest.
What documents do you need ready?
Your passport, obviously. Your elite visa details original and copies. The signed purchase agreement. Proof of funds, bank statements usually. Maybe a letter from your bank.
And we keep saying it, but the agent's role seems vital, especially for foreigners.
It really is. A good agent understands the market, helps negotiate, guides you on legal steps, saves you time, bridges language gaps,
Hmm.
especially in places like Phuket where they know the ins and outs. An agency like Ocean Worldwide, with their long history and focus on assisting foreign buyers in the luxury market there, they provide that crucial support.
Does having the elite visa influence what kind of property people buy? Do they tend to go for certain types?
I think it can, yeah. Knowing you have that long-term residency security might make you feel more comfortable making a bigger investment, maybe a larger villa or a prime condo in a top Phuket location, because you know you can actually live there long-term without visa stress.
So it encourages more significant investment sometimes.
Potentially, yes.
Yes.
It aligns with a long-term lifestyle plan rather than just a short-term holiday home.
Are there specific trends you see among elite visa holders buying property?
Yeah, often they're looking for properties with good potential, both for rental income if they're not using it, and for capital growth over time.
Makes sense as an investment.
Right. So luxury condos, nice villas, especially those popular tourist spots like Phuket and Koh Samui, they tend to be in demand with this group.
So it's often part of a bigger financial picture for them, not just a place to live.
For many, yes. Property in Thailand, particularly in desirable areas, is seen as portfolio diversification, a long-term investment. The Elite Visa provides the stability that makes that kind of international investment feel more secure.
Can you share any examples? Success stories, maybe?
Sure. Think about that couple, the Davies, we mentioned hypothetically earlier.
Oh.
Getting elite visas made buying their Phuket condo straightforward. They use it for long holidays, escaping winter. The VIP airport stuff is a huge plus for them, makes travel easy. The visa unlocked that lifestyle and property purchase.
Have you heard similar things directly from investors?
Yes, definitely. Many say the elite visa just simplified the whole process, gave them peace of mind. Some specifically mention the help they got, maybe through elite networks, with the legal side of buying property. And quite a few mention the networking, meeting other people, making connections as a real bonus.
So what are the main takeaways, the lessons learned from these stories?
Number one, research the property laws thoroughly. Number two, get a good specialized lawyer. Number three, talk to other elite visa holders. Learn from their experiences.
And the flip side, common mistakes to avoid.
Yeah, not fully grasping the property laws, choosing the wrong ownership structure, maybe leasehold when freehold was possible or vice versa, picking the wrong visa type initially, and importantly, not budgeting for all the costs, legal fees, taxes, ongoing maintenance add up.
How to avoid those?
Get that professional advice, legal and financial. Compare visa options carefully up front, and budget realistically for everything, not just the sticker price.
Looking ahead now, any potential changes coming for the elite visa program?
It's always possible. Regulations can change. They might tweak eligibility, fees, maybe add new membership tiers. Best advice is just to keep an eye on official announcements from Thailand Elite.
What about the economy? How does that play into it?
Economic factors, both in Thailand and globally, can influence things. A booming economy might see requirements tighten or fees rise. A slower economy might bring incentives to attract more members.
And predictions for the property market, especially places like Phuket, with elite visa holders in mind.
Well, predicting markets is always tricky, right? But assuming the elite program stays popular, it likely supports demand for quality properties, particularly at the luxury end in Phuket and Koh Samui. We might see continued interest there, maybe growth in other areas too as people explore, but lots of factors influence prices.
So always do your own research.
Absolutely. And for detailed info, especially on Phuket and Koh Samui options and how the visa fits, checking out Ocean Worldwide's website is a good next step. Their local expertise is top-notch.
Okay, so wrapping this up. It seems the Thailand Elite visa can be a really useful tool for property buyers wanting that long-term stay, especially in those popular spots like Phuket.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. It smooths the path, gives security, but it's not a magic bullet. You got to weigh the costs, the benefits, see if it fits your specific situation, your finances, your goals.
Right, it's a personal calculation. So a final thought for you listening. If you consider those long-term benefits, the lifestyle upgrade the Elite visa might offer, and the appeal of owning property somewhere amazing like Phuket, what's the very first concrete step you could take to explore this further? Something to think about.
Definitely something to mull over.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Thailand Elite visa and property in Thailand.